and the only jobs you can get if you don't want to die in the middle of the f***ing street is to sell out your fellow man, and I'm f***ing tired of it! I had to move home 2 years ago after I lost my IT job because I was going to go homeless. And part of the reason why I decided to move back into my parents' home was not just for the financial relief, but because they told me for months, sending me newspaper clippings, articles, YouTube videos of people talking about how the trades were going to be the most secure work in the future. And because I was so down and desperate, I just said, okay, I'll give it a shot if you'll shut the f up about it. So I went home, and I have been applying for electrical apprenticeship and getting put on wait list after wait list after wait list. And the more infuriating part is I finally have like an inside connection at one place. And it looks like it's a good shot for me to get this job. But every fucking job, every electrical apprenticeship job, electrician job, doesn't fucking matter what it is about building fucking data centers! None of these jobs, no jobs in the United States are about improving our infrastructure, improving our power grid, being able to deliver high-speed internet to rural areas, improving the internet connection and power stability of rural hospitals, of improving the environment and the capacities for school districts, and trying to build more houses, affordable houses for you. It's nothing in this country is about actually helping the material conditions of the working class, and the only jobs you can get if you don't want to die in the middle of the street is to sell out your fellow man, and I'm tired of it!
We have officially hit the breaking point. So now my question is, what do we do? The breaking point means that everything, as it's been getting more expensive, has now collectively gotten too expensive. So that it's not just people kind of getting behind on things. We're like from the point of no return where like there is no catching up anymore. Nobody can tell me I need to go work 80 hours a week doing something because I'm still getting now outpaced by the price of gas, electric, food. What are we supposed to do? Like this genuine human me to you, like what are we supposed to actually do? Because unfortunately right now, as most people are, they don't own anything. I don't own my car. I don't own the house I live in. I don't own these things. And so if I don't pay for them, I lose them. So if there's so many other people in the same spot, I'm just trying to see like the bigger picture, and I'm trying to like have like a conversation here because obviously like it's very clear that we're in a systematic collapse. But I think like it's what are we now going to do, because there is no hyper individualism. I can't sit here and take any hyper individualistic advice to somehow turn my life around, because it's not going to work. The world has now fallen apart so much, at least like the whole system we've lived in. So I mean, what are we supposed to do? What are we gonna do? And I'm just open to hear like all thoughts and whatever else, because like ultimately most people's boomer ended advice is not going to help anybody, and that era is over. The idea of going and working for somebody else and saying that this now solves my day-to-day livelihood problems are well over. So
I think that one of the most frustrating things for me, and I think for a lot of people in this current time that we're living in, is feeling like a failure when we really shouldn't have to feel like a failure. Like, I went to college, I got my master's degree, I got a good job after college. Why am I having to worry about essential things like paying rent, paying for food, paying for clothes, paying for gas, let alone thinking about buying a house or supporting a family? Like, that feels impossible to me today, when someone in my position 10 to 15 years ago would feel so comfortable and wouldn't have to worry about the next paycheck and would be living like in a perfectly comfortable life. It's so extremely frustrating. Like, I have the job and I still like can barely afford to do things for myself that I want to do. I'm always thinking about the next paycheck that's coming in and what I have to pay for. And then I think about the people who aren't in my position and maybe don't have a job and maybe have families and how much they must be struggling right now. And it's extremely unfair. Like, I can't believe that this is the time that we're living in. This is like what I hoped for in my life. I hope to have a job like this, and it's not supporting a comfortable life for me. And I feel like a failure.
$74 fucking dollars. That's what it just cost me to get gas for like 3/4 of a tank, 80% of a tank. I don't care if Iran has 37 fucking nuclear weapons. I'd rather them have that than pay that shit. How the fuck am I supposed to do anything? Save for the future, put money down, fucking... If I gotta pay 75 bucks a time every time I go to the pump, how the fuck is that even possible? I have a 2013 Honda Accord. I don't have a fucking sports car or a Ferrari or any of that other shit. How is that possible? How am I supposed to do anything in life as a young Gen Z when gas is 75 fucking dollars for not even a full tank, for 3/4 of a fucking tank? How is that possible? Can some boomer or older generation, can someone please explain that to me? Groceries are up, everything's up. Can someone please explain that to me?
We're on a motherfucking floating rock paying for natural resources, bitch. The floating rock gives us water and they're making us pay for water. We're on a floating rock paying for resources, bitch.
I'm just saying, if the economy is allowed to crash out every 3 months and still be considered to be doing amazing, so are you. You just gotta learn how to do a strategic crash out. Which means finding something to do that won't harm anyone else or yourself, but the consequences of which you still recognize are not going to be what you want. And it really helps if it's kind of funny. Preferably to everyone, but specifically to you. And this isn't some like new rule, by the way, that I'm coming up with for the Trump administration, despite the hook at the beginning. I do genuinely believe everyone is entitled to a crash out every 3 to 6 months, depending on the severity of it, because we live in very stressful times. And I think more Americans would benefit greatly from allowing themselves and others to engage in catharsis or
I'm home, I'm dressed, I'm sitting on my couch, I'm not doing anything, I'm not going out because gas is $4 in Iowa. You're not dramatic, you're not trying hard enough. Gas is $4 in Iowa. You can't afford anything. That is the reality.
Does anyone get completely overwhelmed and stressed when they think about the future? Like, I am living in an apartment and I have to buy a house. Like, eventually, at some point in my life, I'm going to have to buy a house. How? First of all, how am I going to save up money to buy a house? 1. 2, how does someone even go about buying a house? It is so stressful, and I just choose not to think. I choose to drink a lot because of this.
I'm crashing out so fucking hard, bro. I can't do this. Who the fuck can keep doing this? Who can fucking keep doing this? I can barely fucking afford food. Gas is like $60 for a gallon for not even premium, bro. Look how shitty it looks. The whole U.S. is falling apart. They're overdeveloping Florida. Everything. The economy, the environment, everything is going to shit. And what are we doing? What the fuck are the American people doing? We're letting it happen. I don't know how much more I can fucking handle. How are you? Are you guys okay right now? Is anybody actually fucking okay?
So I'm not sure why no one's talking about this right now, but the U.S. housing market just reached the most unaffordable level in U.S. history. Worse than 2008 crisis. The median cost for a home now is $415,000. 5 years ago, the median cost for a home is $270,000. That's an increase of 54%. while the wages only went up 29%. Think about it like this. You need the household income to be $127,000 just to qualify for the mortgage. The median household income now in the US is $80,000. Not to mention existing home sales in 2025 came in at about $4.1 million. That's the lowest total of sales of homes in 30 years. Honestly, the economy crash is inevitable at this point.
Are we all on the same page? Like, the next time there's an economic crash, which is gonna happen soon because when wealth inequality gets this bad, usually there's a depression that comes after. Are we all on the same page? Like, no bailouts. The good times during record profits, we're seeing mass layoffs. AI is taking over basically everything, and instead of giving anybody any money, they're just building all these AI like factories across the country and trying to fire as many people as possible and bragging about how they're not going to need a workforce anymore. So no bailouts. During the good times, they didn't take care of us, so there's no bailouts.
I don't know if this is happening to anybody else in America, but it's getting pretty fucking annoying with me. So I had a phone plan that I started about a year and a half ago. It was about $115 a month. A little overpriced for a single line, but sure. I was willing to pay it. Come a year and a half later, they're trying to charge me $167 a month for the rest of the contract. They don't specify why, they just, it's extra service fees. I'm sorry. $47 more in service fees a month I have to fucking pay? That makes no fucking sense. And then, I literally go to my auto insurance, which was quoted to me when I first started the policy, which was a 6-month policy, at $311. $311. It's way overpriced, but I drive an Audi, so what the fuck ever. I guess I'll pay the $300 a month for insurance. Then I go back to my policy and they're telling me I owe $374 a month for the remaining 3 months. Extra accrued service fees. Extra accrued for service fees. My storage unit used to be $97 a month for my stuff. It is now $145. They raised the price on the contract and on the agreement that I made with the company. This is the same with the insurance fucking company. This is the same with the fucking phone plan company that I'm putting this goddamn video on. When are we gonna get fucking sick and tired of corporate America taking our fucking money? I'm getting real sick and tired of this. This isn't even like a political view on left or right side or anything like that. I'm sick of America, and I'm really fucking sick about it. How did my bills go up over $400 fucking dollars in the past month from accrued fees? They can't even specify why those fees were raised. I don't know, man. I feel like a Karen when I call these companies too, because I'm sitting there semantically complaining to them, but there's no point. Because if I refuse to pay it, then they'll hold me liable for an exorbitant more amount of money in the end, and that's gonna go straight to collections. They can get attorneys, and then I'm screwed in getting my wages garnished and my bank account levied. Ugh.